What's up, guys? Frugal BC coming at you with some Algorand news. Lots of great stuff. Planetwatch moving to Solana after acquisition. We're going to talk about that. We've got Algorand in the top 5 for transactions. Guess what number it is? We'll take a look. Some good news. XGov update from Adri at the Algorand Foundation. Combada announcing a targeted DeFi rewards program. We'll give my thoughts on that piece of news. And really good news from the Masari Q1 report, report that Algorand looks incredible. We got some blazing hot news. How blazing hot? Well, so blazing hot it ripped my beard off, burned my beard off. I got no beard. Might be because of the Algorand price, which is not great right now. We can see this from the charts. That's not great. Nope, we're at 17 cents going down. Can't really seem to get a leg up, and I think, as I've said all along, I think we're really headed for the I really think we're looking at fall for like a big altcoin pump, but hopefully it can go up a little bit before then. It'd be kind of nice. By the way, guys, if you love this content, if you don't want to see my beard, or you do want to see my beard, hit the like button and subscribe. Remember, you don't have to smash it. You can just press it gently. Works just fine that way too. As always, we are brought to you by non-fungible domains. Great way to replace that complicated letters and numbers in your Algorand address with .algo address instead. A lot easier to remember. Plus, they got vaults and segments and all kinds of cool stuff. So check out non-fungible domains in the link below. And we're brought to you by Fractal Monsters, a play-to-earn game on the Algorand blockchain. You can get a free monster today, and you don't even need an Algorand account to play, so you can get your friends to play too, and they'll be doing something on Algorand without even using Algorand. Lots of great ways to earn, so go check them out in the description below. But let's get to the rest of the news. A lot of really cool stuff going on here. But this first one, I'm not so sure about. Planetwatch was acquired by Ambient, which is based on Solana, in March, and will apparently migrate its tokens to Solana. What the block has to say about that: Solana DePIN Ambient raises funds ahead of token launch, acquires Planetwatch's network. Solana-based DePIN project Ambient has raised a $2 million seed round led by Borders Capital. Ambient has also acquired Planetwatch's network and Algorand-based DePIN to migrate to Solana. Yeah, so not great. You know, Planetwatch was had an interesting experience with Planetwatch because I always found it really interesting. You could buy these sensors and you could earn tokens by employing these sensors, but it's always like the website was like really confusing, and it wasn't like really like step by step, here's what you do. Something was always just kind of off-putting about it, so I just never really participated. Now they're going to go to Solana anyway, and they can enjoy all those failed transactions, so have fun with that. Speaking of transactions, however, Algorand faring pretty well for a zombie chain in terms of numbers of transactions. Let's look at this chart, because I think this really says a lot. Alex, France.algo, I think he's a friend of the channel, I don't know, probably. So these are the top chains by transactions over the last 24 hours. This was posted May 12th, so a couple days ago, sent before recording this. And I did share this on my new Market Mondays, so if you want to check that out, that was yesterday's video. Not a lot of you did, so you might want to go check that one. I did talk about this a little bit, and I thought I'd share this again since that video didn't get a ton of views. But Hedera #1, so great for Hedera. I mean, this is, by the way, yesterday I kind of screwed this up. This is 139 million. This is top chains by transactions over the last 24 hours. Followed by Solana, so kudos, you know, credit where credit's due. They're getting a lot of transactions. And then SWI Network. You guys wonder why I'm bullish on SWI Network, because it's actually getting used, and I think that's great. Followed by Near, another chain that I like a lot. In fact, of the top 5, 4 are ones that I really, really like. And I do own some Solana, mostly because it just seems to pump, and then I sell it when it pumps. But I don't do anything in Solana. But SWI, Near I've played around with a little bit. Hedera I'm a big fan of, and Algorand, of course. Algorand #5. So again, this is a ghost chain, by the way. Remember how Forbes called this a ghost chain? It looks very ghostly, you know. It's a top 5 in transactions, but it's a ghost chain. Sure. Hedera, I don't know if you know this, but Hedera was nearly added to the list. And the only reason it was taken off of the list is because they reached out to Hedera and had a conversation with them and decided not to take it off. But they were considering including this, which is insane. I mean, all the stuff that's getting built on these, and SWI is getting a ton of stuff really fast getting an ecosystem out there. But Algorand in top 5, I just don't see how that's I just really, really fail to see how that's a zombie chain when I think some of these other ones that are, well, Tezos was on there. Now Tezos, you know, you can make an art with only 88,000 a day versus, you know, 5.9 million, 5.9 million. I mean, yeah, even Cardano. These I could see, you can make an argument that they're their ghost chains, because the network just hasn't been built. Ripple is on there too, but yet I don't think Avalanche was. And then Ethereum is like, you know, it's not even the top 10. So anyway, that's just my thoughts on that. I think calling Algorand a zombie chain is just utterly nonsense. You can see from the data, you know, people that claim to care about the data, they just are happy to ignore data like this. So yeah, we're blurry again. And then I got a little XGov update from Adri at the Algorand Foundation. So why don't we take a look at this news? XGov update, voting session 4 opens today with 2 million algo in the distribution pool and 22 proposals seeking approval, 13 proactive and 9 retroactive. XGovs in term pools 1, 2, 3, and 4 must vote to maintain eligibility. You can review the proposals at the Algorand Community Forum and vote on the XGov website. We can just take a really quick scan through there. Let's see, Automata Launchpad, integrating Algorand to AirGap Vault and Wallet, Algorand Scam Detector, and RWA Tokenization Insights. That's interesting. ID integration and course, warn, scam, bot, retroactive and transaction fees, on-chain scam warnings, Gunny Rush, new features and improvements. Hopefully that means iOS ability. I think that might be coming out soon. Everyone, Launchpad, security, DigiLeaf, electric vehicle charge. What does that have to do with? I don't know. ArcPay, yes, there's a bunch of stuff. But we already have a ventures program, so like I said, I've just not been a big fan of XGov. I haven't been a big fan of governance. Waiting for node incentives, which are now said to be coming in Q4, so we'll keep an eye out for that. But like I said, not huge on this particular news. Speaking of targeted DeFi, Comet has announced a master plan for targeted DeFi rewards. Support small TVL tokens, attract users to Algorand, and simulate bridging, make AlgoFam rich. Well, we'll talk about that in a second. Here on the forum, they're talking about the full plan. Why don't we take a look at that? Rewards are going to help small projects to get more stable liquidity, increase Metis token stable TVL, simulate bridging tokens from other chains, and attract new users to Algorand, and deepen liquidity for wrapped assets and RWAs. My main problem has with targeted DeFi has always been that it doesn't really let you fully do DeFi, because every time I've tried to do it, I haven't gone below the amount I committed. But doing anything where you take rewards and try to put it back into your tiny man or whatever it is, it just kicks you off. I've been kicked off like every time I've tried it. So I just don't know that so what's the point of DeFi if I have to just sit there, let rewards accumulate, but I can't put them back in? Like, I'm better off. I think I'm better off just leaving it alone. So I'm not going to do that. You know, they just haven't designed these things correctly. That's what it comes down to. They haven't designed these things correctly. So, I mean, this is cool. I'm happy to report the news because I think it's newsworthy, but you know, I just don't have any interest in these programs. I just don't think they've been effective. I really look forward to just staking in a pool and to support the network in nodes like everyone else is doing. And I'm glad that they're doing this. But it's going to take time, and like I said, in the meantime, I just don't think governance is a great deal. You know, I mean, Cosmos, I'm earning like 13% on my Cosmos, just leaving it staked to a node. Those APRs aren't even as good on governance. Like, what's the point? If you want to be competitive, you got to put out a competitive offer. All right, so that news was a little snarky, but here's the news that we've all been waiting for. Algorand ecosystem grew and improved in Q1. This is from Masari. And let's see, revenue is up 1,747%. Let's not get too excited. That's up to $393,000. That is not a lot. That's a really tiny amount. In fact, it's interesting because John Allen Woods told me that he thought Algorand brought in about $2 million per year in fees, and like that's even less. That doesn't add up to 2 million. It's like maybe getting close. It'd be about 400. It'd be like 1.6, right? Not even 1.6. Transactions are up 288%. Remember, this is a zombie chain. It's dead. Zombie chain. No one's using it. But transactions are up 288%. Again, people try to say, "Oh, we're just using data," but you're ignoring the data that contradicts your thesis. DeFi TVL also up 130. Again. Block creation times down 20%. Yeah, so it's going faster. And then they mentioned that they integrated AlgoKit 2.0 app dev in Python, which we've, of course, covered extensively. But yeah, look at this. It is a big deal. That's a huge increase in revenue. I mean, yeah, you can see the huge jump. What's the line? Okay, this is daily transactions. So daily transactions had this huge. We've seen some improvement, but that spike. This is the Aura This is the Aura experiment right here. This is what this is. I think a lot of that money in quarter four is due to this. So it's important to look at the data, but transactions have continually been higher. So it's not like it's not higher, but I think this big spike is the reason for the huge fee jump. Basically, all of us mining Aura were like basically pumping money into the Algorand Foundation account. That's lovely. That was a good experiment though. It was interesting. We did it live on stream and I think we had some fun playing around with it. I definitely spent way more on Aura than I should have because it followed the curve, which kind of looks like this. This is what the curve of most ASAs look like. They start up here and then they crash and then they just kind of do whatever. It might jump up a little bit. This is like the ASA curve. This is like the really typical ASA curve. This isn't that, but I'm just saying like this curve right here where it's like crash and then kind of middle along. That's like really common if you look at all the ASA charts. All right, well, that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed this update and leave a comment below with your thoughts, any news you think should be included. And I'm also go check out the Market Mondays because I just want to get like people's feedback on what they think about it, what they might like to see otherwise. So leave that. Otherwise, like and subscribe if you haven't already. Like I said, you don't have to smash it. You can just press it gently and it'll work just fine. But otherwise, I'm Frugal BC. Safe out there, and I will see you in the future.